Kings 88.5.
Kings 88.5 FM.
We got the flavor.
Kings 88.5.
Kings 88.5 FM.
We got the flavor.
His Excellency, George Weah, President of Liberia. Our board noted that His Excellency's victory as the African Political Leader of the Year 2023 is a testament to his contributions to promoting peace, African culture and development, youth and sports development, and advancing Africa's agenda globally. It is also a recognition of his critical role in the infrastructural and socio-economic development of his country as well as his people-friendly policies. He has continued to advocate for peace and free and fair elections in the ECOWAS sub-region, and this was demonstrated by a show of statesmanship and iconic posturing by accepting electoral loss and congratulating the winner. While he arguably had options as a sitting president, he chose the path of honor, peace, and the defense of democracy. His emergence reaffirms our position that he has remained one of the continent's leading light, as he had continued to demonstrate great faith in the African project, promoting African dignity and helping to change the negative narratives about the continent.
Before we could become journalists today, we are citizens. If there is no way that our country is safe, we cannot practice in our respective professions. When we are at war, pastors will not be respected to go to church to preach. When we are at war, medical doctors will not be able to go to hospitals except on a coercion or sanitary condition. When we are at war, lawyers will not be able to go to court to practice. That's why when you see these things happening, whether you are a lawyer, whether you are working a profession, you got to step down and protect your country, so that that country will provide an avenue for you to be the kind of person that you want to be. And that's where we are now. What happened on yesterday was wrong. It's still wrong. And no matter what it is wrong. We are seeing things happening in this country, and people are now seeing it as being right because the Assad is there. And these are things that we got to be stand up. To be a patriot, you have to stand first on the side of the law, because the politicians will go away. The regime will pass away, but your country will stay. The law will stay. Your patriotism vow will continue to stay on. And these are things that we got to stand up for. It doesn't matter how people feel, what kind of side you want to be on. We just got to speak to the truth, and that is very much important.
I see in the next few months a nicer country, a very noisy country, rowdy country, a heavily divided country, a very tough economy, a sense of elitism by those who are coming at the hem of authority. The coming in of the Unity Party is going to multiply the economic woes, the economic conundrum, the economic quagmire, the suffering of the Liberian people is going to multiply. Is going to multiply the economic woes, the economic conundrum, the economic quagmire, the suffering of the Liberian people is going to multiply the economic woes, the economic conundrum, the economic quagmire, the suffering of the Liberian people is going to multiply. We are not prophets of doom, but the reality will come.
These things could happen behind the scenes. So I supported Joseph Parker, knowing that by 2023 he'll be tired. Knowing that 2023 he'll be tired, he could have a good heart, a good everything good, but the brain is going down. You're not holding the end, you're moving down the hill. This is nature. My father, right now, I buy him paper. Every day I gotta buy a paper. There's a man who bought me paper before. I'm buying paper now because the time has reached. So I thought the old man could be president in 2017 and run for this. And he himself said it. He said, when you run for one term, he himself said it. I agree with him. 2023, no, I disagree. In my mind, he should rest, find somebody else.
I'm just warming up. So get ready for me. For the next 13 days, I will keep you crying. And you're crying all over the place. What I will continue to do, I've already succeeded in completely demoralizing your base. You're just crying all over the place. I haven't even started. I'm just warming up. How dare you, foolish, desperate people, talk about rescue country. Joseph Boga couldn't even rescue himself. So when he passing around, oh, cause I did, cause I that. Where were you when I raised him money left and right to feed him and fly him from hospital to hospital? Where were you when I raised him money left and right to feed him and fly him from hospital to hospital? You, when I raised him money left and right to feed him and fly him from hospital to hospital? Where were you when I raised him money left and right to feed him and fly him from hospital to hospital? Where were you when I raised him money left and right to feed him and fly him from hospital to hospital? Where were you when I raised him money left and right to feed him and fly him from hospital to hospital? Where were you all sitting there talking nonsense, talking about cause I ain't got no integrity? I didn't have integrity when I was feeding Joseph Boagai, your God. Nonsense, talking about cause I ain't got no integrity. I didn't have integrity when I was feeding Joseph Boagai. I didn't have integrity when I was feeding Joseph Boagai. I didn't have integrity when I was feeding Joseph Boagai, your God. I didn't have integrity when I was feeding Joseph Boagai, your God. I didn't have integrity when I was feeding Joseph Boagai, your God. I didn't have integrity when I was feeding Joseph Boagai, your God. I didn't have integrity when I was feeding Joseph Boagai, your God. Bunch of ungrateful people. Have you heard Joseph Boagai deny that I was raising money left and right to feed him? Have you heard him deny it? Bunch of ungrateful people. Have you heard Joseph Boagai deny that I was raising money left and right to feed him? Bunch of ungrateful people. Have you heard Joseph Boagai deny that I was raising money left and right to feed him? Have you heard him deny it? He will never deny it because he knows this to be true.
Richard Kuhn can do better. Can do better to say, you know what, you're okay, your trouble, let me serve my people as representative. He's in a bad spot. Richard Kuhn is going down in history like a neglected, rejected, disowned speaker at this time. That Richard Kuhn is in a bad spot. If Richard Kuhn thinks that the people want him as speaker to solve the whole Wahala, he should open an election. If Richard Kuhn thinks he got 4357 individuals that are willing to support him to shut down for the Kofa and bring some respect to that house, Richard Kuhn should open a new election. He should step down and ask the people to go for election. It will end this whole Wahala. It will end this whole thing.
Richard Kuhn is a representative. I'm a representative. Does he have the right to suspend me? Richard Kuhn is not the speaker. But Richard Kuhn is not the speaker. No, we should not take Liberia back under the dustbin. If Richard Kuhn wants to be speaker, there are processes that lead people to becoming speaker. Fonati is still the speaker. Why we say if you do not want Fonati, come to Chimba, let's go through the due process, and you use your 49 to remove Fonati. That's all we ask for. Richard Kuhn is not a speaker. Any other leadership they have over there under the instruction, under Richard Kuhn instruction, I can tell you, that charade is a political charade. As soon as possible, everything will fall in place. But for all, we will use the law, and the law will be the law.
I see in the next few months a nicer country, a very noisy country, rowdy country, a heavily divided country, a very tough economy, a sense of elitism by those who are coming at the hem of authority. The coming in of the Unity Party is going to multiply the economic woes, the economic conundrum, the economic quagmire, the suffering of the Liberian people is going to multiply. We are not prophets of doom, but the reality will come.
Before we could become journalists today, we are citizens. If there is no way that our country is safe, we cannot practice in our respective professions. When we are at war, pastors will not be respected to go to church to preach. When we are at war, medical doctors will not be able to go to hospitals except on a coercion or sanitary condition. When we are at war, lawyers will not be able to go to court to practice. That's why when you see these things happening, whether you are a lawyer, whether you are working a profession, you got to step down and protect your country so that that country will provide an avenue for you to be the kind of person that you want to be. And that's where we are now. What happened yesterday was wrong. It's still wrong. And no matter what it is wrong. We are seeing things happening in this country and people are now seeing it as being right because the SAR is there. And these are things that we got to be stand up. To be a patriot, you have to stand first on the side of the law Because the politicians will go away, the regime will pass away, but your country will stay, the law will stay, your patriotism vow will continue to stay on. And these are things that we got to stand up for. It doesn't matter how people feel, what kind of side you want to be on. We just got to speak to the truth, and that is very much important.
His Excellency, George Weah, President of Liberia. Our board noted that His Excellency's victory as the African Political Leader of the Year 2023 is a testament to his contributions to promoting peace, African culture and development, youth and sports development, and advancing Africa's agenda globally. It is also a recognition of his critical role in the infrastructural and socio-economic development of his country as well as his people-friendly policies. He has continued to advocate for peace and free and fair elections in the ECOWAS sub-region, and this was demonstrated by a show of statesmanship and iconic posturing by accepting electoral loss and congratulating the winner. While he arguably had options as a sitting president, he chose the path of honor, peace, and the defense of democracy. His emergence reaffirms our position that he has remained one of the continent's leading light, as he had continued to demonstrate great faith in the African project, promoting African dignity and helping to change the negative narratives about the continent.
Wherever you are, as per your geography or your time zone, out of Liberia, say hello. If you're in Liberia, we say good afternoon. Thank you so very kindly. All of you that you join us this afternoon for the show, Real Talk. We talk it real, unfettered, patriotic, nationalistic, with every zest, inspiration, enthusiasm, irrespective of what they think, how they feel. It's the first day of the week in Liberia. It's called Monday. And it's the 17th day of March. We are marching into the future within Nebuchadnezzar's reign. And I see you people coming on in your numbers. Thank you so very kindly. I'm Sam Andrews. Welcome to the show, Real Talk. What a day, another day again. We are grateful to God Almighty, the creator and sustainer of the universe and everything in it. We are so thankful that he kept watch over us throughout the night, protecting us from every evildoers and their plans, all of the political evildoers. God protected us against them, and he's still protecting us in the night, in the day. We are grateful. We can be more thankful to God. Gratitude, God appreciates, and it goes with enhanced, increased blessing and protection. Ingratitude is curse from God, by God, of God. We know that for a fact because we see it in the Bible. That is why acknowledging God is what he appreciates. So the Bible says, in everything, take it to the Lord. Lean not on your own understanding. And on we can go. We are grateful. We thank God that he has allowed us to see another day again. Not only that, but that we obey his instruction to make society better, because this society, as far as God is concerned, under the reign of Nebuchadnezzar, is bad off, is stink, is dirty, is nasty. It needs to be transformed. It hasn't been rescued. Rescue was the misnomer, wrong destination of the word, as evident by the awful things that we see unfolding every day around this country, so much so that the international community is about to turn its back on Liberia. Liberia is gradually going back into what was referred to before the ascendancy of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, a parochial state, a pariah state, too bad off under this regime. But God uses few people to make it better. And the many who are within the power realm, who got the authority, the finance, the position, and every other thing, will not like the truth because they are evil people against the masses. We rise up to the occasion without fear to face the reality head on and makes society better. All right. So we are on it again. Thank you for coming on, all of you. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so very much. You are so massive. You are so extraordinary. Without you, we can. Without us, you can also. So it's complimentary. Let's get started. Tina Cooper, you are on from Denver, Colorado, the United States. Bajibo Fremont from South Dakota, the USA. Avin Mannen from Grand Capeman County. Solowat Corsia from your comfort zone. Or this time around, you said Center Street, or you have moved Center Street, or you got something doing there. Bappin Paul Lee, Johnsonville, Nina Queer, North Dakota, Fargo, the United States of America. Navarus M. from Toronto, the United States. T. Max Zagenbergler from City Hall. Harris Sapo from Swakoko District, Bond County. David Bawula Ware from Maryland, Harper City, Maryland. That's good. Good to have you on. Good to have you on. Southeastern brother. Good. I hope my Southeastern sister Dwight has come on. Otaku Kaho, you're on from your end, you said. My dear brother Josephus Manning, you are on from the city that never sleeps in the United States. You said New York City. That's good. Molba Molu, you've come on from Hotel Africa Road District 17. Samson Carey from Batnersville Township District 11. That is the political dynasty of your so-called speaker. Okay, my dear sister, Southeastern sister, Dwight Tay is on. Good to see you. Thank you so much. Hope that you are very well. And I like those pictures on the weekend. Dwight Tay, lady knows how to enjoy herself. Yeah, please say hi to my dear brother. Those pictures were good. Enjoy yourself. Make the most of life. That's why God say, go, marry, make, eat, enjoy. I have accepted your work. When you can make the maximum use of life, where it's up to you. You'll be worrying. Too many people under this ground today from worry. Worry is, what the doctor say? Said too many worried is some kind of word you use, at least, or stress or something like that. Yeah, and at the end of the day, so you make yourself feel fine. Even if things not happening, just make yourself feel fine. And then that is a good therapy to help you. My dear Southeastern sister Dwight, she knows how to enjoy herself. CDC, Papi Success Keita for life, you on. Good. Ralph Cooper from Denver, Colorado, the United States. Ansu Coleman from the headquarters of the Economic Freedom Fighters of Liberia. Brilita Warrens, you've come on from Delaware, the United States. Okay, my dear sister is also on. Clady Allison, good to have you on from Delaware, also the United States. Joseph Allison, you on. Krubo D. Kine, that's Kin, K-C-A-I-N, you've on. Clarence Dwe Musa A. Sharif, Morris Dolly, Joseph Allison, and who else? Oh, the names are just many. Harris City, you are on from Yakawa base, New Georgia, Conway. Yeah, okay. Jackson C. Pooney of Iron Factory. The Intellectual Center is on the show. They never miss out, both radio and television. They have become statutory member. I've declared you people a statutory member of the show. The Intellectual Center and District 13. District 13 is the district of Representative Edward Papi Flomo. But like most of the guys, he isn't doing anything. But the Intellectual Center is active there, I am told. So good to have you guys on. Jackson Pooney, the head of Block 13 Intellectual Center, Romancio Laputan. I hope that I getting the last name right. Okay. All of you, good to have you on. So we've got the issues to talk about in this bad country under the reign of Nebuchadnezzar. Let's get started with an irony. What is an irony or a practical irony? Unity Party will be exposed every day, and they will feel the pinch of it because they lack common sense. They are dull. They are very dull. Very dull. Unity Party people. Moreover, they would not look at the past to guide themselves in the future. And one who doesn't use the past to guide himself in the future is a dull person, very dull. And that's what you are saying of Unity Party. I said this to tell you what happened. Waterspoon helped them to come to power. But before that, what they were doing in the regime of Weah's government, they were very critical on Weah officials. They will expose those officials of Weah government who were on Facebook in violation of the code of conduct. Weah will warn his officials to be mindful of what they will do on Facebook. That means they had no right to do anything governmental, but rather the individual selves. Because when you open your Facebook page, you open it in your name. So if I open a Facebook page in my name, Sam Andrews, I can take Kings FM resource or every other thing using Kings FM to lambast people, to insult people. It will be interpreted as Kings FM. So we are saying, yes, the common simple logic. On Facebook, you can do your personal upgrading. You can talk about yourself. You can talk about this. You can talk about that. Once it is not government or government related, you need not put it there because the opposition will hang on it, and then they will give it interpretation that will send a bad signal to the government. Some people within Weah government, they misunderstood the president. They felt that the president was suppressing their right to express themselves. The opposition saw it as an infringement on the people's right. They start saying things, and they are saying all these things because we saw all of that. God helped me to complete Ellen's term. He helped me to complete Weah's term. So I'm not using I'm not second guessing or using somebody's idea. So, and it worked for them. Fast forward, they come to power. They are doing the same thing. They're on Facebook every day. Instead of talking about themselves, promoting themselves, they use it to highlight government stuff, find it necessary. But they feel now that they should use it to lambast people. Anthony Kessley, he has written a couple of commentaries. And those commentaries were all against the opposition, the current opposition. His people weren't talking. because it's against the opposition. They created their own gladiator that went against them. He turned to Stanton Waterspoon. The Stanton Waterspoon, all of them turned against Stanton Waterspoon. But we're not going to back Stanton Waterspoon. We're not going to support Stanton Waterspoon. Nothing Stanton Waterspoon is doing is motivating to us or encourage us. No, we leave them to fight among themselves. And if they can even fight more, if the fight can be even stronger, even deeper, if the fight can go to the extreme, it will be all right. Because you know why? We are capitalizing on every bad leadership characteristics, just as they capitalize on CDC and the one. So it is the same thing. So we're not backing anything. Nothing there is exciting. How they lambast him, they say all kinds of things against him, they're going against him, profits us. No, certainly not. If they can fight and go to the extreme, it will be all right. So they turn on him. They're now calling him all kinds of names. This guy, who is the deputy, I think if he's not the deputy, but one of the deputies to the press secretary, Kula Fofana, Anthony Kesseley. He's Anthony Kesseley. He goes on social media saying all kinds of derogatory stuff against their man, Stanton. But it's not because he went against Stanton, Ombudsman took action against him. It's because the same thing they argue against was wrong. We as officials, they are doing the same thing. They soon realize that we said this thing against Weah, we criticize Weah, yeah, we're doing this thing. Our officials on just criticizing people, condemning people, and all of that. These guys were capitalizing it. So perfunctorily or reluctantly, they say they fine him $2,500. Ombudsman say they fine him for a breach of the code of conduct. But you have the other people on social media, they are condemning, they are vilifying opposition, they are saying all kinds of things. Ombudsman dare go there. That Kanga man, listen, Kanga is a sycophant, a pretender. Yeah, Bwaga put him there because, he's a diehard UPs, but he's not treading the right path. But that's what unfolded. I just thought to share that with you. That's all. Start playing, keep playing, and continue to play the King's Cash giveaway. It's 4,000 today, 4,000 Liberian dollars. We are giving out 4,000. Dial star 799 star 24 hatch. Play with 200 with $1 or 70 cents, and then you have your 10,000. Did I say 10,000? I just used to this 10,000. So I beg you, please forgive me. It's 4,000 Liberian dollars. 4,000. Pastor Melvin Destiny Power, you are on from the United States. Thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Sophie Blamo, you are on. So yes, over the weekend, it was on Saturday. We heard of this tragic scene, very awful, bad. Liberian James Etta Coleman, ELWA hospital. I'm going to say this raw, putting aside every professionalism. ELWA hospital has come to be known for such thing. This is not the first, second, third, fourth, or fifth. It has become the normal of ELWA hospital and other hospitals around, but most notably ELWA hospital. We continue to hear of unprofessional medical operations over there. And besides ELWA hospital, other hospitals around this country. A couple of weeks back, we heard of the lady who accused ELWA hospital again of messing up things, and her son died. Before her, there were people who complained. And all these things, nothing will come from it. Nothing, absolutely. Hospitals will damage people. Nothing. They will be constrained to take the dead to go and bury it. The hospital will go with impunity. Too bad. The latest is James Etta. ELWA hospital and other hospitals around and clinics, they have to change their model. They have to be more professional. Stop these quacks activities all over the hospital. The only reason the hospitals in this country and clinics will engage into such and then they go with impunity, because one, the government is not having complete control. Two, most of the people within these health sectors are part of the Masonic craft. They are related to government officials. They are related to other people outside. Three, the people themselves will not stop going for treatment. And I can understand why, because the hospitals are in many. In other countries, no patient, nobody will go to ELWA hospital. It will remain there until it is shut down. Nobody. If people were not taking their patients, and I do not know what kind of country is this, you continue to hear of the kind of bad stuff, unprofessional act at ELWA hospital, yet people still go there. You're hearing deaths of people. You're hearing makeshift treatment. People are left to live crippled for the rest of their lives from that hospital, but people still go there. So you need not be complaining. Any country, you know what's going to happen to that hospital? It will be forced to change everything, take drastic action, because patients will stop going there, or people will not take their patients there. The latest is Jessica. Let's listen to Jessica explaining her ordeal. Then we'll bring you the reaction of the hospital.
I will get imping by myself. She said, you can go. That the hospital policy, because of the child health and the child vital sign, everything was okay. Everything was okay. The vital sign was 136 when they did the first induction. So they transferred me on the ward and I went on the ward. But then they did the induction on the 24th. But Saturday in the evening, in the evening, the folio calculator fell off, and then I stayed there up to the 25th. In pain, and they said, CS, I was in severe pain. Since I'm a medical person, I said, okay, CS is just a minor operation. I can make it. My man said, no. I said, no, but I will make it, Daddy. Don't worry. And I agreed to the CS. They carried me in the theater for the CS. I prayed, and they did the surgery. One Dr. Yesu was there. Dr. Suse was there. I didn't even know that was Dr. Yesu did my surgery, because the drip was between two of us. Oh, I thought it was Dr. Suse. It was just like one time when I saw on the child road to health card, I saw Yesu. I said, well, who's the person? And I didn't even know the other doctor. That's the person that did my surgery. And after the CS, they kept me by on the wall. I hold my baby. They had oxygen on me. I started bleeding. When I started bleeding, they said the uterus was not contracting. Some cases, it happens that the uterus don't contract, especially for multiple women. And I know about it. So they suggested total hysterectomy. I agree. They went in. They kept me in the second time they did a total hysterectomy. But when they brought me back on the wall, everything became abnormal again. So the nurses said, but they said that's the case. They took her back to the OR and monitor her. I was sedated, but I was semi-conscious because I was talking to them. People can attest that even when they brought me JFK, I was talking, they said the other patients I can talk. Even in the room when I was going off, before they brought me with the hot water, I know that hot water was wetting. So when they put her, so they say the nurses, oh, Obi water, they say, carry the girl, by it, don't be that girl, by it. You don't be that girl. until yesterday last fall. They carried me in the OR. They start pumping me with blood. They requested for 20 units of blood from my man, which he provided. Pumped me with blood. Kept me over there from the 25th to the 28th. When I went into shock, the last thing I could hear was your parkour would kidnap me and call the ambulance. That was when they brought me to ELWA, to JFK. Maybe the hope was when I was coming to die. The third time they came in, they opened me to do X lab. They called for X lab. What CS go do with X lab? I never had any history of kidney failure, any history of kidney problem, nothing had it come, no liver problem. I never had any edema throughout my pregnancy. I've been taking my medications. I've been going to them with the 1 more days then I have. I don't have to go to them. I see doctor to our hospital, but yeah, I am lying down in hospital bed. Since the 24th, I was transferred to JFK. JFK people did their best to revive me, but related to the issue of my urine, when the dialysis at home, I am suffering every day, every morning, I cry. So I need answer.
James Etta explaining the entire situation, how it went. Thankfully, she is a medical person. So, though not, she was conscious to some extent, she knew what was unfolding apart from the diabolical side of it. Medically, she knew what. That's why she said when her husband told her that she shouldn't undergo the operation, she said that it wasn't going to be a problem. It was a minor situation. So she allowed him to see reason, not knowing that those wicked people at that ELWA hospital was going to do such. We must be thankful God first, though he's not. We are different on ideological lines, but we must be thankful for his swift intervention. Was proactive. Martin Colley, who stepped in to raise some dialogues to help her. I can tell you that I know the status right now of James Etta, whether she has been flown out of the country or she's still in the country attending to treatment. But Martin did extremely well. I think pretty close to 5,000 or more United States dollars was raised, and substantial United States Liberian dollars was raised to get her out of Liberia if that was recommended. So you can tell what actually happened. Now you want to listen again. Let's go back. We're taking our time with this.
And I will get in pain by myself. She said, you can go. That the hospital policy, because of the child health and the child vital sign, everything was okay. Everything was okay. The vital sign was 136 when they did the first induction. So they transferred me on the ward and I went on the ward. Well then, they did the induction on the 24th. But Saturday in the evening, the follicle fell off, and then I stayed there up to the 25th. In pain, and they said, CS, I was in severe pain. Since I'm a medical person, I said, okay, CS is just a minor operation. I can make it. My man said, no. I said, no, but I will make it, daddy. Don't worry. And I agreed to the CS. They carried me in the theater for the CS. I prayed, and they did the surgery. One Dr. Yesu was there. Dr. Susie was there. I didn't even know that was Dr. Yesu did my surgery because the drape was between two of us. Oh, I thought it was Dr. Susie. It was just that one time when I saw on the child road to health card, I saw Yesu. I said, well, who's the person? And I didn't even know the other doctor. That's the person that did my surgery. And after the CS, they kept me back on the wall. I hold my baby. They had oxygen on me. I started bleeding. When I started bleeding, they said the uterus was not contracting. Some cases, it happened that the uterus don't contract, especially for multiple women. And I know about it. So they suggested total hysterectomy. I agree. They went in. They kept me in the second time they did a total hysterectomy. But when they brought me back on the wall, everything became abnormal again. So the nurses said, but they said that's the case. They took her back to the OR and monitor her. I was sedated, but I was semi-conscious because I was talking to them. People can attest. that even when they brought me JFK, I was talking, they said the other patients I can talk. Even in the room when I was going off, for they bring me with the hot water, I don't know that hot water was wetting. So when they put us, so they say the nurses, oh, Obi water, they say, carry the girl, by don't be that girl, by it. You don't be that girl. Until your stable last for, they carry me in the OR, they start pumping me with blood. They requested for 20 units of blood from my man, which he provided, pumping me with blood. Kept me over there from the 25th to the 28th. When I went into shock, the last thing I could hear was your parker would keep me and call the ambulance. That was when they brought me to ELWA, to JFK.
Did you hear her? You see how ELWA people wicked. You listen to this portion. Amen. What kind of country is this?
They are stable last for. They carry me in the OR, they start pumping me with blood. They requested for 20 units of blood from my man, which he provided, pumping me with blood, kept me over there from the 25th to the 28th.
All those times, they knew there was a problem, or they could not just handle it readily because it was above them by medical equipment and knowledge. But they would not have recommended immediately a transfer or referral. They kept her there for that. Listen to the interval, the period where they kept her there. So she was in that situation, dying gradually. And ELWA people knew. Listen, oh man.
They are stable last for. They carry me in the OR, they start pumping me with blood. They requested for 20 units of blood from.
So why were they just pumping a woman with blood like that? 20 units, according to all 20 units of blood her husband had to provide other people. They just pumping blood in her. They could not handle the situation from there again. That's when they reached the decision and said, let's dash her at JFK. JFK can take it from there. Amen.
Even when they brought me JFK, I was talking, they said the other patients I can talk. Even in the room when I was going off, so they bring me with the hot water, I don't know that hot water was wetting. So when they put us, so they say the nurses, oh.
Yes, that's true. If you look at the picture, sorry, let me just present it raw. If you look at the picture, on her thigh is a burning mark. I think that is the hot water that she's referring to. There's a burning mark on her thigh. Yes.
But when they brought me back on the wall, everything became abnormal again. So the nurses said, but they said that's the case. They took her back to the OR and monitor her. I was sedated, but I was semi-conscious because I was talking to them. People can attest that even when they brought me JFK, I was talking, they said the other patients I can talk. Even in the room when I was going off, so they bring me with the hot water, I don't know that hot water was wetting. So when they put us, so they say the nurses, oh, Obi water, they say, carry the girl, by it, don't be that girl, by it. You don't be that girl. Until your stable last for, they carry me.
So they told the other nurses who probably had understanding of this kind of situation, medically inclined, kept on saying, you carry her. They knew her condition. They knew that her condition was getting worse, so they advised expressly. But then there was the hesitation or the delay or refusal to heed those nurses' pieces of advice for something quite to happen. And that's what led to all of this.
Even in the room when I was going off, so they bring me with the hot water, I don't know that hot water was wetting. So when they put us, so they say the nurses, oh, Obi water, they say, carry the girl, by it, don't be that girl, by it. You don't be that girl. Until your stable last for, they carry me in the OR, they start pumping me with blood. They requested for 20 units of blood from my man, which he provided, pumping me with blood, kept me over there from the 25th to the 28th. When I went into shock, the last thing.
From the 25th to the 28th. Let's get it date right. Yeah, let's get it right.
Oh, Obi water, they say, carry the girl, by it, don't be that girl, by it. You don't be that girl. Until your stable last for, they carry me in the OR, they start pumping me with blood. They requested for 20 units of blood from my man, which he provided, pumping me with blood, kept me over there from the 25th to the 28th.
From the 25th to the 28th. So how many days in between? 25th, 26th, 27th, 4 days in between. James Etta was in that critical condition. Terrible. So she was between life and death. They kept her there. And they knew her condition, that she wasn't needed to be in such, they needed to do something. But they were experimenting with the assumption that things will get well with her. That what led to everything getting serious. Listen, 4 days, just keep being out there.
They just stable
Doing
last
nothing.
They carry me in the ORL. They start pumping me with blood. They requested for 20 units of blood from my man, which he provided. Pumping me with blood. Kept me over there from the 25th to the 28th. When I went into shock, the last thing I could hear was your parkour will keep me and call the ambulance.
Oh. Hey, sorry for laughing. That seriously, but it. Damn it. Hey, God. Father, where are we in this country? The guys at ELWA were killing this lady gradually. I think it was only God who kept her alive. It was God's intervention. It was God. If she survives, she has every reason to tell God thank you. Because I see her situation as a walking miracle. ELWA was finished with her and they just dashed her. Listen to this portion again.
They start pumping me with blood. They requested for 20 units of blood from my man, which he provided. Pumping with blood. Kept me over there from the 25th to the 28th. When I went into shock, the last thing I could hear, pumping with blood. Kept me over there from the 25th to the 28th. When I went into shock, there from the 25th to the 28th. When I went into shock, was your parkour will keep me and call the ambulance. The last thing I could hear was your.
So what is this, Kitame? You're who medical people? You're send it to me, yeah? I beg you, we do it. That's why they call citizen journalism. You people are citizens, and you people can provide information also. It doesn't say we are immaculate in everything. What is this? Did she say Kitame? So I will know.
I went into shock. The last thing I could hear was your parkour will keep me and call the ambulance. That was when the last thing I could hear was your parkour will keep me and call the ambulance. Thing I could hear was your parkour will keep me and call the ambulance.
Parkour will keep me. Your medical people that around the world following. I just saw a write-up from the United States, but it's not on that. Those of you who are medically inclined, you can help me with this, what it means.
I went into shock. The last thing I could hear was your parkour will keep me and call the ambulance. That was when I could hear was your parkour will keep me and call the ambulance. Was your parkour will keep me and call the ambulance. The last thing I could hear was your parkour will keep me and call the ambulance. That was when they brought me to ELWA to JFK. Maybe the hope was when I was coming to die. The third time they came in ambulance. That was when they brought me to ELWA to JFK. Maybe the hope was when I was coming to die. Was when I was coming to die. When I was coming to die. To JFK. Maybe the hope was when I was coming to die. To JFK. Maybe the hope was when I was coming to die.
So, by logical reasoning, as we listen to James Etta, at that point of transfer, ELWA knew the mess up, and it was the decision to dash her in the hands of JFK. That when she died, then it will not be on ELWA, it will be James Etta died at JFK. So now they blame the unprofessional, blame and every other thing, accusation, condemnation from the public will be directed at JFK. That is exactly what it means. Because at this point, she's between life and death. JFK can make it. I mean, ELWA, they knew that ever since they should have transferred her, but they were still experimenting with her. Can you imagine that? Until it got beyond their reach, no solution inside, that's when they decided, listening to her, you pack her and chunk her to JFK. When she died there, it will be interpreted by the public that she died in JFK, that JFK killed her. Let's save our name. ELWA is a dangerous hospital.
want me to ELWA to JFK. Maybe the hope was when I was coming to die. The third time they came in, they opened me to do X lab. They called for X lab. What CS go do with X lab? I never had any history of kidney failure, any history of kidney problem, nothing had it come, no liver problem. I never had any edema throughout my pregnancy. I've been taking my medications. I've been going to them with the 1 more days then I have. I don't have to go to them. I see doctor to our hospital, but yeah, I am lying down in hospital bed. Since the 24th, I was transferred to JFK. JFK people did their best to revive me, but related to the issue of my urine, when the dialysis at home, I am suffering every day, every morning, I cry. So I need answer. I need answer.
Yeah, yeah, God, amen. Father, Lord, only your intervention. Imagine the pain that woman going through every day. She has bled and bled. Thanks to JFK, as James Etta said, JFK stabilized her. JFK, thank you. Thank you for rescuing. You did extremely well. I can't say anything beyond what we heard from Jessica because I do not have it yet. If I have it, I will share with you whether she has improved or she isn't improving. But I can share with you that money was raised. Martin Colley took the initiative and other people. I think Bishop Joseph Gadier Johnson of Restoration Baptist Church also took the initiative on his own and instructed all of his church members to contribute to save the life of James Etta. I think other people too are joining the SOS to save James Etta. Thank you so very much, all of you, who we can say that everyone will contribute financially. No, there are people who are contributing by prayers, the moral support. All of you are doing extremely well. The sympathy that you share, not only for James Etta, but every other person who has undergone and is still undergoing such a terrible time. Thank you all. You did extremely well. It reminds me of the story in Luke chapter 10, that the pastor passed, the Levi passed, and the Samaritan would stop to make an intervention. Let me close this way, then we move to the ELWA people. You see, yeah? And you see how Liberian politicians are so bad, so wicked, so dirty, so nasty. Listen, this situation James Etta in, you know why it's not important to Liberian government officials and other people? Because it's not political. They will gain nothing from it. You hear them talking about it? And they have money. Do you know that most of the deaths in this country can be avoided or could have been avoided? But because those who have the money, they will see it as not being important to put the dime there because that person is not a political person or is not a political situation. James Etta's situation is a situation that needs the involvement of everybody. But if something happens, James Etta passes, the politician that justifying 45,000, 15,000, 30,000, 70,000, the hearing it or the reading it on Facebook, that's the time they will act like they're sympathizing. And you saw the Methodist church stuff, because most of those people are Methodists. When the same-sex issue came up, you saw what the Senate did, the political Senate, and they called their church people. They said they must go settle it. In the Senate, you could hear them telling each other, "Oh, you probably Methodist man." The other man say, "Yeah, I'm a Methodist. I've been Methodist for long." The other person say, they were just saying it like that in the Senate. political interest. This one, with all the money people in this country are not important to them. That's why when they're dying, God can cause them to feel the death. They look at money going, they look at value, they're leaving it behind. Thank you, Martin Colley. Let's give the credit to Martin Colley. He did extremely well. Martin Colley acted like the Samaritan in Luke chapter 10. He made an intervention to save Bishop Joseph Gadier Johnson and other people who made intervention to save her. I can tell you the status right now because I do not have it yet, but I will have it before the close of the show. Let's listen to ELWA people. Here is the administrator for ELWA Hospital, Pastor. The administrator for ELWA Hospital is a pastor, man of God. Here is the man of God making fun of Jessica and her family, James Etta and her family. Let me not go further. Yeah, the man. He is Pastor James Gawe. He is the administrator of ELWA Hospital. Listening to the man's giving the hospital position.
We empathize with the patient and the family during this challenging time and understand how she feels. We note the concerns that have been shared on social media. In this regard, we invite the family to meet with us for a conference to discuss these matters.
Sorry to say, please accept my own professionalism. You listen to this stupidity from this man called himself administrator and pastor. He's saying that nonsense, that stupidity. In that situation, telling the family to come meet with them. The man confirming what they did, it was okay. So whatever the family can go there, they will set aside a few dollars in the envelope and give to them. They did it with the lady, I just forgotten her name, and her son. Her son today under the ground. They had the audacity to say the same thing. In fact, they even distanced themselves. So in essence, they said the lady came or unso. Yeah, the parish administrator, James Gawe. We heard on social media the reaction. We invite the family to come and meet with us. Instead of taking full responsibility for their negligence. You see, Liberia? And listen, that's the end of this thing. The Liberians will fight hard as Martin is leading the race to raise money because she's racing against time to get her out of Liberia or continue to support her treatment at JFK. But from the other side of it, it is over. I heard that Dr. Benita Collins, whose authority falls within the situation that they were investigating. May I say to you people, that is the end of it. ELWA Hospital is big, it's societal. That is the end. You hear what the man saying? The man insulted the family. The pastor, the man of God, he's raving. Yeah? Yeah, listen to what the man say.
We empathize with the patient and the family during this challenging time and understand how she feels. We note the concerns that have been shared on social media and understand how she feels.
Is it making sense? We know the patient's concern on social media, and we understand how she feels. Damn. Hello. Such a dire situation between life and death. Yeah, ELWA Hospital. administrator. We know how she feels. I can see why they dumped the woman. They wanted a woman to die. Y'all will continue to run to that hospital. That hospital is a death trap, death in waiting. Let's just complete it, man. Go to something else, man.
Empathize with the patient and the family during this challenging time and understand how she feels. We note the concerns that have been shared on social media. In this regard, we invite the family to meet with us for a conference to discuss these matters directly. We are actively conducting our own internal review and remain committed to fully cooperating with the LNDC investigation. Out of respect for the patient's privacy and confidentiality, we are unable to share further details about the case at this time. Our thoughts and prayers remain with James Etta and her family, and we continue to hope for her full recovery. Sorry, we can't go further as we protecting the privacy, and moreover, LNDC, who is the regulatory body, is currently doing some in-house investigation.
Okay.
So we have to all be patient as we wait for those different investigations. And findings will come up, then the public will be given the information needed. Investigation is going on. We can't go further to that. Best thing I can say, let people continue to pray for her as she's going through this period of time as we're doing the same thing. To apologize. Well, we express our concern and what she's going through. We're praying with her. Everyone have some difficult times. So we recognize that and we share our concern with her. That's why we're doing everything to investigate it. We still have her on our minds, our prayers, and we pray that God will strengthen her.
Well, that's it. That will be doing it for those 2 pointers. Let's go to the line now. As you continue playing the King's Cash giveaway, is 4,000. 4,000 we are giving today. 4,000. That's star 799 star 24 hatch. Play with $1 or 70 cents in US, and then you can win for yourself 4,000 Liberian dollars. Too many things are happening around the world. It's not easy. You're overlooking Donald Trump decision, and you think that the U.S. Supreme Court, the House of Representatives, and the Senate or Congress will overturn some of the decisions. You're wasting your time. In Liberia, you should not try the best you can. We've gotten report that VOA, the Voice of America, is shut down, and that 13,000 persons, 13,000 journalists have lost their jobs. VOA, it's been reported that VOA has shut down, and more than 13,000 journalists have lost their jobs. Let's go to the line. We'll bring you these unfolding developments in Liberia and out of Liberia as we get them. Hello. Yeah.
Let me say good afternoon to your many listeners following this broadcast at this moment. For the recognition, this is the voice of Sabu Rasta joining you for 0.4 to be precise.
Let's hear you quick.
You know, Sam, that's why you see when I tell people, I say I make one my best friend, people can be thinking they're like, see the kind of a sorrowful thing that you just waiting to just now. Sam, can you imagine a woman say she was in how you call it for 3 days, they kept pumping her with blood. 3 days, they pumping somebody with blood. Same as it's quite frustrating, man. We just ask God to just continue to build that woman and just go and ask the family to just carry to. Look at, can you imagine? See what the administrator of the hospital, instead of going to the family, he sent the family to meet with him.
Yeah. The people are traumatized, then the family will go to them.
Yeah, the family, he going to the family after helping somebody.
That's Syria country. In Syria country, they shut our hospital down.
I'm telling you, seriously, but you know, most of the guys are people who working for the devil. They call themselves working for God.
All right. Okay, Sabu Rasta. Let's bring another person on. Thank you, Sabu Rasta. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Andrew.
Yes, good afternoon.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, just as you are.
Yeah, Mr. Andrew. I feel for this genital problem. I understand what problem. I really wish her. My name is Panaton from the 77 community. I pray that she should recover. I pray that God should help her to recover. And then the thing happened to me. Now, as I sit here, I'm a victim of that. My son, I called King's FM certain part of last week. My son was sick at the Emirate Hospital in Babu Kanta. I asked our lawmaker then. Our lawmaker promised me that yes, you are going to bring me to town because they transferred my son to JFK. That particular man, I don't want to call him, but God know him. Now, as I'm speaking to you, that man left us. That man left us. And all my son stayed out 4 days before I put the land to JFK.
You went off. Hello.
Hello, son Andrew.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, this is Smile, not calling from St. Paul's Fish. Son Andrew, let me tell you something, my son. ELWA, they're not ELWA. ELWA living on past glory. I carried my daughter to that hospital. She was not sick that much. They told me to put a child on bed. We were there. I went to look for food. I ran the hospital when I came back. When I went back to the place, they said the child was screaming. She had chills. Cover the child. The thing I'm telling you, that child was screaming. I was looking at the child. They said, no, don't look at the child. Hello?
I'm listening to you, Doug.
Okay. Say, no, don't look at the child. We're looking after the child. Now, what there with the power not there? We want to look, they cover the baby whole face. They cover the girl whole face. That man child that too. I left that child to that place. I came home to call my people.
All right.
So
Thank
that
you.
place they're living on past glory.
Okay. Thank you.
They're living on past glory.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah.
I'm Joshua calling from Banana.
Let's hear you. Lower your radio.
Yeah, I've the radio already.
Let's go.
I would say I'm very sorry to the woman as of the recover and say for the help up for all the recover. But you see in this country that things that is going on our leader and I mean thinking of pay the debt after the job because they see that they get money. Something happen to fly for here, go China, go America, go India for treatment. And that's something they have to, and we got to keep pushing it for them to get our best to work on the hospital, buy drugs, and buy other things, and be able to look at these doctors and nurses. Because this is the function of the how they call it, health minister.
All right.
He or she is supposed to be doing such things. But to be killing people around here, it's not necessary. But the hospital will be shut down. But now, if the president hears such thing, in some country, a whole hospital will be shut down.
Yeah, that private hospital now must.
Yeah, but the private hospital, but it's under government.
Yeah, that's true.
It's the order of the day.
Yeah, you're
So
right.
when government says this, no one can debunk government or say no. One of you. I think that
Okay,
they
Chief,
do
thank
the
you.
point, but they're not doing it. They're under their self-interest, their own pocket. People is really giving back in this country to be fine. Yeah?
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Hello.
Yeah, Mr. Andrew, I see.
Yeah, fine. Let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you for the show. My name is Abraham Yima. I call from Crystal Polish. You see, in our country will continue suffering because, as we are saying, all the leaders don't have time for us. And this group we brought, because the party, they don't know bar. They only know bar when they.
Mama, I want Dana Unity Party thing here. We're talking about human life here. Dana Unity Party hospital over there. Dana Unity Party doctors there.
Where they got, we're standing with us, right?
Yeah.
But I think
But be specific. Say I'm speaking on.
No. The bar is not directed to them. They will not talk about it.
Yeah, Chief, man. Amen.
Yeah.
Conclude now. Time.
Yeah. So what happened yesterday? Spencer was doing all the lies. They supported him for everything that he did. Even the Costa, Henry Costa. When Henry Costa decided to support them, they will hear him. But when you tell them that this is wrong, they will not accept it as wrong. Even though they know that this is wrong, but they will not accept it as wrong because it is them that doing it. So that how they going to look there, that how they usually look at the country and continue to go backward.
All right,
Thank you for the show.
Thank you for calling. Have a nice day. All right. All right. That easy. Here you go. Okay. So let's go to something else. Time is of the essence. We don't want to waste time. Let's move to what unfolded today at the National Fisheries Aquaculture Authority and Aquaculture Authority. Emma Glasco is no more. She is out of that place. Know that she has not been dismissed. No, she is suspended. Boakai suspended her through what was given to him. The government did not dismiss Emma Glasco. Oh, sorry, I didn't read the people messages too or their comments on this hospital something. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah, sorry, that oversight. Louis Harris said the boy that died, it was at St. Joseph Catholic Hospital. Yeah, other than the same. They're saying 06 and 9. Bishop commented ELWA was a good hospital, but Joseph Walker carried demon there. Remember, ELWA is where Walker goes for treatment. Philip Nangwe comments, wicked politicians. If it was election campaign time, they would have run to her aid just for their political gain. Ibrahim Abu Sharif says ELWA hospital is a death trap now. He's asking a question. All right, I asked for that name. Ambassador John Somponsier said, Kate, how they call it? Ketemi, it's a medical term. Okay, but the understanding is what important. He said it is an aesthetic or sedative medicine. It is used to produce sleep before and during surgery. All right, thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate at least I've gotten that education. Okay. Tobasi said also painkiller. Okay, that's good. Lorraine, that's your name. Yeah, that's have it. Say the person who did that, God will see them. That's wicked. Who else? Matthew Choloplay said if that happens here in America over and over at one hospital, the state will shut the hospital down and they will pay a lot of money. Too many of those things happen yet. But the people go, nothing. The hospital remain with ease. When you are living in a poverty-stricken country, that will happen. Underdeveloped. Emmanuel Bro said, thankfully, Unity Party people in the GMB-led government are swallowing full and sweet doses of their manufactured medicines. Pleasingly, the vast majority of the Liberian people are looking at them. All right, thank you. So let's go to Nafal. As I was saying, Boakai did not suspend her. Did not dismiss her. There is no document out from the executive mansion that Emma Glasco is dismissed, rather suspended. But Emma Glasco announced her dismissal from the government. The government did not announce Emma Glasco dismissal. Emma Glasco announced her own dismissal. Did you get that? She is suspended. Boakai suspended her according to what is on the Executive Mansion website. She exhibited unruly conduct when they granted her a due process. That's what they said. They granted her due process. And in the meeting, as recommended by the board, a board that is not fully constituted yet, a board of NAFA that is not in its full composition, they say they recommended her suspension because of unruly conduct, nothing of administrative malpractice or practices of corruption, nothing like that they will say. But ombudsman will come out and say she insulted. So they recommend suspension. No investigation was afforded her. She wasn't given any due process to exonerate herself. So yeah, what I can tell you, Unity Party, you're not here. Dismissal. Bwaka is not using the word dismissal, but suspension. When Bwaka suspends you, announce your dismissal. Announce it as dismissal. That is the jargon now, or the new trend for dismissing. Suspension. When Bwaka suspend you, you are dismissed. Doll of a president. Doll. Let me tell you, Bwaka doll. D-U-L-L. Bwaka is doll. Bwaka is smart. Everybody knows why Ellen wasn't against Bwaka as a person. Ellen did not go against Bwaka as a person or personal hate. Ellen just refused to support Bwaka to become president when she was standing down because of Bwaka dullness. She knew. And even everybody around, they Amarakone. You know what Amarakone said about Bwaka? You know how he described Bwaka? Amarakone described Bwaka as a devil. Amarakone and Bwaka was not close at all when Ellen, in the latter reign of Ellen. Amarakone did not like Bwaka at all. The relationship was sour. Even the Dillon, who said today that Bwaka, how you can call Bwaka say, I know father or what, so he kept his distance because Bwaka did not have it. They did not see future in Bwaka. Some of them will even discuss Bwaka, how Bwaka will remain poor. I know you don't may all open something yet, man. You don't may all open thoughts on things then. The country is small. When we try to intellectualize, you don't have like you're so smart. You know what that Dillon man said about Bwaka? Dillon said Bwaka didn't have future. Bwaka was nothing. He was finished. You know why all of them were saying all kinds of things about Bwaka? Because Bwaka was actually practically was poverty driven. The only person that stuck with Bwaka, apart from his bodyguard, the guy that you see with him all of the time, that tall huge guy, and other people, in terms of the politicians, the only person that was with that man all through, never gave up on him, that Mo Ali. The next person I can name for you is the one that is sitting at Maritime, Nito Lai, followed by the other people, then Bwaka Jaliba, then the only French. Bwaka Jaliba, then, how they call him? FPRC boss, close, just like Mo Ali. But the main person that never gave up on Bwaka, when Bwaka was in his poverty, that Mo Ali, just as you saw Akaras Gray, Jefferson Koji, Moba Molu, they never gave up on George Weah throughout the struggle days. They were tossed to and fro to betray Weah. They did not. But these other ones that you see shining today, they say they're healing Bwaka, they curse Bwaka, they condemn Bwaka, they say all kinds of things. some of them said that Boakai did not have the leadership ability that the Boakai they used. The only reason they used Boakai because he was the only face that could face Weah in the election. They did not have any face, no personality that they could use. But all of them knew they were just trying. It was trial and error method that they were on, as they call it, and they succeeded. They succeeded. Even Boakai himself made it clear that he did not want to contest the 2023 elections. And he put that on his turf. He put that on financial grants. He put that on a couple of things. That's why when Mo Ali and the rest of the people prevailed on him, that he can make it, then the contacted Stanton and the other people, they started providing help here and there. So you see Boakai showing it. No president will show that kind of weakling of a leadership, which is not a leadership to suspend and consider it dismissal. Only a dull leader or ruler, not even leader, ruler can do that. And that's what you see in our president. So Emma Glasgow announced her own. Keep playing the King's Cash giveaway. It's 4,000 that we are giving you. 4,000 Liberian dollars. Dial star 799, star 24 hash. Play with $1 or 70 cents US, and you have your 4,000. So the woman announced last week she said political conspiracy, complete disservice for my contribution to my country, Liberia. My lying, my character without proof, no investigation, so I am dismissed without a cause. So she accepted. And I told you people that Emma Glasgow was not going back. I told you over and over that Emma Glasgow was not going back. And she confirmed it. She's not going back there. Boakai appointed two different persons over there. Two different persons Boakai appointed. He appointed, how do you call the guy? I just forgotten his name. Then 3 days after, they announced Cyrus Sigbe. The Minister of Agriculture announced a person to take over his interest. Somebody goes to the executive mansion and say, the Minister of Agriculture has sent somebody to be acting at NAFA, and it should not be. In fact, Mr. President, it did not come from you. Boakai look at it and say, send this person there. And then they announced immediately Cyrus Sigbe. Emma Glasgow will just talk about some of her developments, her achievements, why she accepts that she isn't within she's not the head of that institution again. And I think she leaves with good record. She did extremely well. She may have her own humor and political errors. She did extremely well. That place was nothing. She took it to another level. The other side, I know she was one-sided, not until when she got in this thing. And let me tell you, listen, don't overlook anybody. Respect everybody. One of the reasons the speaker is in this thing is because he was selective. The same thing with Emma Glasgow. Emma Glasgow, not because we're talking. The only reason we're talking here in this way, Emma Glasgow, because the way Boakai took her out. It is the way Boakai going. That's the reason we're talking. And it favored these people. But not that they treaded the right path. Emma Glasgow is one of the selfish ladies. Very selfish, discriminatory. That Emma Glasgow woman you see so. Just like the speaker. When everything was rosy for them, they will focus only on few bloggers. They will call the other person they read 1, 2 line. When if you look at Facebook all the time, you will see few people they were just promoting Emma Glasgow. The other one, when she started getting in trouble, they were still promoting her here and there. She will put the other people aside. She felt that they were not important because they were promoting her on Facebook. So even if Kings FM reached out to her, Emma Glasgow will alert she didn't know Kings FM. If how they call Facebook person, if Facebook person just say, "Oh, madam, we're doing a promotion for you, madam. Please click on my page. I'm writing so and so for you." Emma Glasgow is excited. She will send 2,000 there. She will send 1,005 to that person. The hardy men all around, you see them, they're excited. The speaker, and you see all the people now, and you see how you looking with them. The speaker discriminated. We're not talking for them, or as the way you hear it, and you think we're talking for them. And you think that they are more sedition, and you think we're talking a sedition. Well, no, it is all because of the way Bwaka going about. Emma Glasgow is very selfish, very, very discriminatory, self-centered. She can discriminate, don't mind a woman. I know Emma Glasgow. Not because she's in this thing. If the board had just given her due process and everything went in accordance with the law, and it is proven that she did X, Y, Z, which warrant her removal, and the president dismissed her, we'll come to congratulate the president and say, yes, it was right that the president moved her. The president did the needful patriotically and nationalistically. Emma Glasgow did this, she did that. But it is against the president because of the way he's doing it. So it goes in her favor. But not that she did anything or she was so perfect along the way. The same thing with Speaker Kofa. Those of you who don't know, you think when we're talking, then you think that sedition, so that sedition politics we're putting across, or we're protecting the speaker, or because the speaker is in the opposition bloc. No, the speaker done himself. From a media perspective, we inform, we gave our pieces of advice. He felt that it was not important. He could just relate to the social media bloggers. Who told you that you don't understand? See, when you're inside, you know. That just because the way Bwaka went with everything, if the guys had gone the normal way, got the 49 as required by the law, and then they gave him due process, and it's proving he's out, everybody will be calling. We said that we refer to Rachel Kun as the Speaker of the House of Representatives. We'll not be condemning Rachel Kun. We'll not be calling him renegade or he no speaker. We'll call Rachel Kun Speaker because they will have done the needful in accordance with the law. Why everybody is against him? Because they are against the rule of law. They hijack the speakership. So when we're talking, don't think that, oh, because they made that same Kofa man, you know what that man did to CDC? You think that everybody, those of you who can call your thing, you're the only seditionists? There are other seditionists who are better with Fonati Kofa. There are people within CDC that are better with him. But he's not the subject for today. I'm talking about Emma Glasgow. We are talking because of the way Bwaka went. Suspend a woman, lie on a woman. Well, if you accuse somebody, the law said give them due process. And then what Bwaka said it will go by the law. I get Bwaka recording entire plea because you can be pleading one thing, or the person, you hear the person saying, living by the law, will lead by example, will not be this, but doing everything against what he said. So I tired playing Bwaka voice, and you're tired hearing Bwaka. Already, he can sound loud. You can't, working at president talking, you can't understand him. So Emma Glasgow not going back. She took note of that, so she said she put dismissal in her own right out. She put dismissal inside, but she's not dismissed. Bwaka did not dismiss her, but she knows that Bwaka will not tell you are dismissed. He will only issue suspension, and that suspension means you won't coming back in your government. So Emma Glasgow will release a long statement outlining all of her achievements. All of her achievements. She said, as you embrace your new leadership, I must thank you for the wonderful times we shared. It was upon that excellent working relationship that resulted into the unprecedented gains within the last 7 years under my role. To mention a few, such as the 40 million United States dollars World Bank and 20 million OPEC international funds, 3.1 million Icelandic project, establishment of microbiology laboratory, 3.5 million FOA projects, 25 million EU project in work in progress to be approved by September 2025, 12 million EU project inherited from the Ellens era, as well as the signing multilateral agreements and 7 bilateral memorandum of understanding, signing of the bilateral partnership between Liberia and Senegal, ratification and domestication of fisheries international instruments such as the Port State Measures Agreement, Fisheries and Aquaculture Management and Development Law 2019, updating the Fisheries 2010 regulations, accession of regional fisheries management organizations such as the International Whaling Commission, Ministerial Conference of African countries bordering the Atlantic Ocean, Cape Town Agreement on Fishing Vessel Safety, commissioning of an independent and county-specific fisheries research and stock assessment to ascertain the commercial viability of our territorial seas since 1982, among others, including livelihood programs developed for fishermen such as the Net Exchange Program, Outboard Engines Program, Life Jacket Safety Program for local fishermen, the recent 2 million macro loan for women in fisheries and fishmongers, the new finger glass engines boat, which just arrived in the country to enhance local fish production, processing and storage facilities for women in fisheries, among others. The 60 million loan was secured to build the Mensorado Fishing Pier, fishing industry port and landing and processing facilities in 5 coastal counties, and I trust it shall be implemented as planned. And on. She will outline her achievements, and she'll build the headquarters of the institution. She did extremely well anyway. She did extremely well. Those of you in power, those of you out, and those of you hoping to go back, don't ever discriminate, especially within the media. Trust everybody, deal with everybody, treat everybody fairly. You can never tell. Nobody can protect you than the media. Nobody can defend you when you're in trouble and you come out of that trouble than the media. Nobody can make your case, can sway opinion for or against you than the media. You never. The only two that you should never ever go against, never ever discriminate is the media. If you ever did, you will fall, and many have fallen. In the most recent, Emma Glasgow, Fonati Kofa, and others. We took Fonati Kofa from the onset. When Yaka told him that coming, isn't a serious thing. The man was advised expressly, he overlooked his you're going to sit down and say, man, Kings FM, you sit down, Banana FM, you sit down, Voice of Liberia, you sit down, everybody sit down. He said, what my minute? What child you then? What the other poor? Y'all go around Facebook. The beginning they say, well, he got shit. That time he wants to be talking for him. We're not talking for him because we want to. We're talking on the path of the rule of law. That Bwaka breaking the rule of law. Nebuchadnezzar want to get it, and he's getting it his own way, and he ought not to get it his own way. That's all. That will be doing it for Emma Glasgow. She out. You'll learn lesson. You'll be discriminating again. You will know. All right. So let's go now to the House of Representatives. They Minister of Foreign Affairs is currently at the Senate. It's not easy on her. She answering several questions about Donald Trump's decision. Where it would take Liberia? Nowhere. They've been finished. The thing affecting people all around the world. VOA has shut down. You know what I mean? VOA. Over 13,000 jobs lost. When we're telling you in this country, you're going to see the same thing, you're overlooking it. You think that joke? You get a government here that week. Then get one thing in place, government say they're stopping travel. Go, and your president was traveling all over the place. And you're carrying 48 persons, 38. Yeah, you just say, boy, Georgia was carrying 90 people every time he left the country. Yeah, and Boga started. Boga did the same thing, carrying 38, 48. You go care other people now, Boga going on now. Thank you. Yeah. All right, let's go to the House of Representatives. Let's go to the House of Representatives, where Richard Kunse is Speaker. Yeah, when he's not Speaker of the House of Representatives. I won't get that clip, man. That there was a clash between Eugene Nangbe, the foreign minister, when she took over, that the morale should go raise for it. And everybody who get diplomatic passport must retrieve it. If not, this, that, all kind of nonsense. Okay, so your man, we're close with the passport issue. That ain't a lie. It's shit. Now, only that passport. Something behind it. You think America stupid? Liberia gets sense more than America because you're hearing visa restriction. So you're running. Oh, a passport. You can even carry to alien government. When the US government get ready, you'll open your mouth. You'll say, oh, so that because they think in Boga government, oh, so that because they think, oh, we never knew. You say that. They have most of you, the people play on you. They know that most of what is about to happen, the action that the US government is about to take, most of those things are coming from the current government, this time from 2024 into 2025. But they want to create the propaganda is, let's play on the people so they will make you to think that everything that we are government is coming from we are government. You hold on to that. Let me finish with the house. So your man stays suspending. That the man will say he speak up. The man stays suspending. He just suspending. Richard Kun will be suspending until he goes to suspend his own man, and only he alone will be over there as representative, so-called speaker. The man just suspending you. Everything is suspending. And I like how the guys are doing it. You know why? The guys see stupidity in Richard Kun, his obsession for power. So they are putting everything on him. They're just acting like they like him. They will recommend to him. Then he announced. Because by the time the US government gets ready to act too, Richard Kun will be affected. And these guys will not they will not feel the brunt of it. Usually it is the leader that takes the responsibility. It is the leader that is penalized. So what the guys doing, they know they're speaking with international partners speaking with these representatives and senators individually, but particularly my emphasis on the House of Majority Bloc. They know what is unfolding. Whether election going to take place, whether somebody wants to be speaker, that's not the issue here. Those guys know what is happening. Those guys were dumb. Richard Kun. Richard Kun thinks he's speaker. Nah, he's speaker. But the guys, they continue to use him to put more excesses out. If you look at Richard Kun, since the guys then they did that prank, that committee they had at the Capitol, they made him to pull his left hand up. Since that committee, the man Check all of the man's actions. Bad, 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 bad. The man shows how he can make it at all. He does not know what leadership is. He stands broad day in other police people. He used state security against people. Your leader thing. So the man just suspending. Yada. All I can say to that. Let's close with the passport issue. Listen, I thought to talk about it last because there's this misconception in the public. You don't understand the propaganda or the warfare that is going on, or the propaganda. You ain't understanding anything yet. The first thing, the United States government has not reached a decision. Why we can understand the position taken by Liberia is good to be proactive, but the government of the United States has not reached the point of taking any decision. There are 43 countries. Liberia is on the yellow. It's red, orange, and yellow. Liberia falls within the yellow category. The US government has not yet taken a decision. Everything is still under review. Everything is still under review. But it is also good to be proactive. That means to be looking at it ahead of time. That is what Liberia is doing right now. I don't know whether that hearing at the Senate with the foreign minister has ended. If it hasn't, well, it is one of what they are trying to do, to have a plan in place just in case. Keep playing the King's Cash giveaway. We are getting closer. Play with $1 or 70 cents. Play as many times as you can. We're getting closer to giving you 4,000 Liberian dollars. Just dial *799 *24#. Play with $1 or 70 cents, and you can have your 4,000 Liberian dollars. So they are right. They are right. So they've come out, according to excerpts from the hearing today, that they, according to the foreign minister, they have initiated a diplomatic link to the United States, and that means seeking clarification on reports suggesting that Liberia may face visa restriction. From the onset, they sought clarification. They stay seeking clarification. Foreign Minister Beslo Yanti will express surprise and emphasizing that no formal communication has been received from the United States government yet. She went further to say that the U.S. Embassy in Monrovia had made no official information on the matter. What they're trying to do in simple terms is they seeking clarification from the United States, and the idea is simple, that why Liberia will face visa restriction. That's just clarity. That's all. So they want to ask the United States. That's one of the things the foreign minister told the Senate today. They want to know why. Give us reasons. And when you give us those reasons, then now we as a government, we will put measures in place. Since your ultimatum is 60 days for countries within the yellow category, we as Liberia, asking you, the United States, since you have the power, you brought out the claim, the burden now shifts back to you. Give us those reasons, those things that we did, in your opinion, worrying us getting on the yellow line, so that within 30 days, we can make amend or we can make improvement, so that we are out of the visa restriction category. That's one of the things today at the Senate that the foreign minister would say. I think the government is jittering. Yeah. Then what other thing she said? She said about, she said in a hearing today, so long and there were too many interruptions. Another thing she said, I want to play, but it's a bit long and we don't have time. That she said Liberia's or the government's biggest problem is not so much the visa or the passport issue, but overstay. So it means when people get it, they go to the States, they can overstay there. She said that most people will go to the United States on visiting visa and then they stay there forever. Now, how do you reconcile that? The United States government has every information about everybody. If you went to the United States and the people realize that you overstay or you overstay, it's as simple to get you back into your country. You see, everything they're trying to say, they're just guessing. They try to guess the US government position about this whole visa restriction thing. It is beyond or more than what they are thinking. They get a word in English called preempt, meaning you will think that because of this, so the government will do this, or it will be the reason the government take this action. It's because of people overstaying, so that's why they will stop people from going to the United States now. That's what they're doing. They're just preempting, they're guessing. But that's not the main thing. I am telling you today, watch it. It might be a combination. It might be, a combination of all of those. But I think, given what has happened over the time, from the very first day Bouaka got in power to this day, they have seen lawmakers' conduct. They've seen government officials sanctioning state security to carry on wanton and brutal act on peaceful citizens. They have seen government suppressing freedom of speech, freedom of expression, right to protest. They have seen police, state authority under the full control of Gregory Comer, beating lawmakers with batons. The people have seen a lot. The United States government is concerned about to use AB word, burglarizing the office of the sitting Speaker of the House of Representatives. The people have heard about mysterious deaths and disappearances. The people they are aware of the mysterious death of Boulevard Palace manager. And they are aware of the Kinjal situation. And on we can go. Who told you the United States government right now, as per their review, they're only looking at what happened in Weah government with passport, this passport. Donald Trump was in power when that thing happened. Was it a time? What was it? Trump time? Biden, eh? But when Weah came, and there's Trump first thing, he could have brought that on and say in Liberia, George Weah government, they did this, they did that. But no, he didn't. State Department did not bring it out. They heard things, they saw things all over the place. So the propaganda is Unity Party propaganda. Let's push this thing against CDC. Let's make the public to believe that it is because of what CDC did in the past that Donald Trump is bringing them to the public there and putting Liberia. It is because of Weah government, what Weah government did, that they put in Liberia on visa restriction. Listen, you don't have to go through all of those things. As a matter of fact, Boaka gave diplomatic passport. Sarah Beslow Yanti can sit down there and say they never ran into error yet. Boaka took a Senegalese man and made him work an ambassador. I think supposed ambassador or something. What passport the man entitled to? Liberian passport. And what kind? Diplomatic passport. Should we name all of the people that this government gave? You think we know? You know that our whole life that information. You know that people within the very government, people within Sarah Beslow Yanti office, give out information. People within Boaka government, Boaka office give out information. You think we know? You know how many people, how many foreigners got diplomatic passport? Why Sarah Beslow Yanti from the first day she got in office, she said that all government officials, former government officials having diplomatic passport must turn it in because of XYZ. From that day till now, you heard her say anything again on it because her very government was doing it too. So she could not. If the American government just decides to release a list on those things, you will see CDC government, you will see Unity Party government. And I am convinced that you will see more from Unity Party government, this government. And they know that very well. That just one thing I gave you, that Senegalese man. And I appointed a man who gave the man diplomatic passport. That not the same Sarah Beslow Yanti. That nonsense she go talk to the Senate there because nothing will come from it. It's just that thing that you just say Tea Party talk. Just go sit down. So the people will say we're doing something here. But nothing they can overturn. And she said that clarification, they need clarification from the United States. America, when things were happening and when George Weah was seeking clarification, and you say it was not necessary George Weah was wicked, George Weah was doing that. No, America should not get no clarification, and you're doing the same, and you're treading the same path. Dull people. Listen, that visa restriction, the thing he explained, they say paper restriction. They will restrict you on the visa you have or you will not have. That the paper that can carry you in America. Let me say this so our old man can understand it. That paper there, when they give you then America saying, or any country, they say you get a right to enter our country. When you not get that paper, or when you get a paper, you go there, when they check it, they go and look at it and say, no, your record not correct. You, the police director, you won't come to America to have this conference here. But you are in Liberia. In Liberia, your country, we saw you giving order to the police people, your beat on lawmakers. We saw you in your country, you allow your police people to restrict the bikes. And in fact, that some of the bike riders died. And nothing came from all of it. You said nothing. Now you get that kind of character, we can allow you to come in our country. So they restrain you. Or the other thing, oh man, you need to know when they say another part of the restriction, the people say, okay, because of this, that's allowed, you will come to America, but you will be under our protection. That means we'll get army people, we'll get police people following you everywhere. And you will not go to the place, you will not go to that place. You will come to the meeting here, saying that 2 days the meeting will be on you. When from here, we'll carry you straight in your hotel. From your hotel, you come back to the meeting. When the meeting ends on Friday, right from the meeting ground, you get in the plane, you go back to your country, Liberia. There's another way called visa restriction. They can follow you. The English word they get for it, they say tail. They get security people on you, FBI, right? CIA then, they on you, but you don't know. from January 1, all the things have been happening. Another thing that you need to know, my own man, they're making you have to think that the Weah government, the people looking at the law. Another thing on the visa restriction, that corruption. When your official, the way Boaka Lee official, Boaka say hey, official they must steal. When they steal the country money, they're not batting, they must carry it and help the other people then. The American government, yeah, they put it in their ear. So when the people notice that the government yeah steal, or the government officials steal, the ministry yeah, hold the corruption coming from there, and you have finance ministry, the people say just a pin. Inside and also finance ministry, 244,000. And you have to Noka, the place that the oil area for our country, where you can know we get oil in the country. They call it Noka, National Oil Company of Liberia. And you hear 570,000. And you can hear all over every ministry in Boaka government, the people stealing bad way. The American government, part of the restriction is on corruption. But they want you to know, they want you to think that CDC government did everything, that lie. That lie, let me tell you that lie. That's what they call propaganda. Propaganda means they put the idea together and then they give it to you to make you to think that the other people here are the bad people. But they know that they are the bad ones, so that you will see the people they're talking about as the bad people. But in reality, they are the bad ones. That's how it's looking. That visa restriction, it get plenty of things attached to it. Donald Trump he announced no regime. Donald Trump he announced that Unity Party government or CDC government or First Unity Party government. They just say Liberia is among 43 countries. So everything you hear people talking now, that guessing thing, the real thing can't on here. Let me tell you, everything they're doing, down to the one they're doing in the Senate, the guessing. That's why the foreign minister say they're seeking clarification from the United States government. Yeah. So, look, the American people smart. I said, oh, my people, they're all over. I know, so the Harry Book can follow the show. They're bringing it, they're sending the information in. I'm telling you, wow. You're not made to lie to you, that propaganda. I'm going to lie to you. When they pull lie to you, we can't tell you the truth. Just listen to them. AB coming. AB will tell you deeper one. You're your way. Don't mind the United Party people, they can lie. Everything Donald Trump vests with the government. You come into here, lawmakers will not be allowed to go to America. You hear government ministers from Boaka Kem will not be allowed to go to America. And the people will tell you why. And the foreign minister, she rushing. And she told the Senate that they still seeking clarification. So you know what happened now? The U.S. ambassador here, they think that they can put the pressure on the U.S. government. They think that they can influence the U.S. government to say something. Then they'll know what to do. They went. Yeah, what the U.S. ambassador said. The man issued a short statement, U.S. ambassador. The man said, yeah, me get it go on the page, the U.S. government. The man said, he said that he has no information as it relates to Liberia potential visa restriction. He has no information. That means he can't say anything because he didn't get any information. Yeah, no information. No information. He can't say. Mark Turner will not say. Mark Turner is not close to say anything to any Liberian government or to Liberian minister or to foreign minister or to Boaka. The man can never do it. The man takes instruction directly from Washington. When Washington gets ready, they will state the names and then they will attach the crimes or the violation, whichever way you can call it. Then they will send it by mail to Mark Turner, and Mark Turner will call a news conference. How was McGill, Betuare, Serena Seaforth, and the other guys sanctioned? Was announced. The same US ambassador that was here at that time, he called a news conference at the US embassy to announce it, that the following individuals were being sanctioned by the American government. Weah's government, when the news was coming out, they sought clarification. But the US government, the US ambassador here at the time, was tight-lipped, did not say anything. When the time came, they forwarded him all of the information, and it was released. So the people taking their time, why Sarah Beslow Yanti rushing for? I think the people stupid. You think the people know what they're cataloging? Most of the people restriction and denial of Liberian government officials will come from this government. The people lying to y'all. They want y'all to feel or think that everything, that's why the man go sit down over there, that one who lost his essence and relevance. He rushed quick yesterday when he came up, can't talk about his sources in Washington told him that it was Weah government messy passport situation that the US government is about to impose visa restriction on Liberia. When they tell y'all, we can't tell you, all of us are following up the same thing, all of us. So you relax. When government people kind of say their own, just how they investigating, we're investigating too. Just how they get people talking to them, they're getting information from Washington, we're getting information from Washington too. They might not lie to y'all. That visa restriction stuff, we know we did not say, I'm not saying that things didn't happen in Weah government. We heard about the passport situation with Andrew Wamplo, but it was resolved. And it was one of the reasons why those guys too were sanctioned, McGill and other people, coupled with the other things, all was inside. That today they're still going through that. You think the American government, they're post stupid when you settle? That's why they can give you time. They say Saturday, they say, Judge Weah, you got to fix this thing. That's why the American can tell you. And when you fix it, they will not use it 2-3 years after to come and punish you. They are primarily looking at what is happening in Boaka government since Boaka came into being. You think everything in Boaka government has been rosy? You think everything has been so good? You think the American government is seeing nothing bad in this government? They've not seen any misrule whatsoever? No. They've seen a lot more. And they are fed up. Now it's time for the government to face the wrath. Y'all listen to Donald Trump. Y'all go back to the man. Look at the man statements. Those monies that were coming to Liberia. Which government were coming into? So let's assume that this government is 100% perfect. Donald Trump has no problem with this government. Will he go to cancel all of those monies? The 1.5 million that was coming in for voter confidence, wasn't it the same Donald Trump that announced 1.5 million for voter confidence in Liberia? What was his response? We need voter confidence too. Where that money was coming, Unity Party government was coming to Unity Party government. Why did he cancel it? Because there's a problem. Look at all of the dollars. Which government? Is it Weah government that complaining now? Is it Weah government that talking about cutting, putting in stringent austerity measures? Is it because of what Weah government did that is affecting Unity Party government? That is a blatant lie, diabolical lie. They want you to believe that everything from Weah government suffering this government, that is a lie. Boaka came from the very first day. You have awful things happening all over the place. In fact, what state security has done in Weah 6 years, Never happened. Government officials will be restricted. Police officers, officials of the Liberia National Police will be restricted. Others will be restricted. Even the president, Joseph Yuma Baka, will be restricted. Already his own government has restricted him. So that one part just leave it, because they say you will not be traveling all over the place again. That restriction by itself. But the US government will stay. You know why they will hold Baka? You know why they will restrict Baka? You know why they will not want Baka to enter the United States? Because he approved all of those things. Baka sat down there. Look what happened to the legislature. You know why investors not coming? And Erica from the EU, the one left from Brussels, Belgium, to come here and say that investors are not coming to America, to Liberia. You think America is not aware of that? Why investors not coming in this country? Is it Weah who is staying in power? You think the people know? You think they're not speaking with investors? Why they're not going to Liberia? America is speaking. America spoke with investors, potential investors, multilateral investors. Why? They don't find it convenient and peaceful to come to Liberia because there is no security. They are afraid of state security because of the wanton, widespread gladiator posture they put out on their own people, least to say, we who are foreigners, then why must we go to that country? Over the days, y'all watch it. Y'all will see it. So, y'all run your propaganda from We Are Government, Andrew Wamplo thing. Well, come on. Talk about your own. Talk about your own. Why? If it was from CDC government, let's assume that if from CDC government, then you will not be asking for clarification. Because you've already known. If it were from CDC government, the US government will make it clear. Where is this stuff? I think I should have that recording, but I don't have time to play. Then you're not have the time to make your import. So let me leave you. I'll play tomorrow about this whole visa restriction. The 3 categories. You will hear all of the reasons. All the 3 categories: red, orange, yellow. But let them not fool you, yeah? That's what they're trying to do. But we'll counter them. They think they can make you to feel and run with it that visa restriction is based on what Weah did, the Weah government, or that passport wahala. You think that's the only thing? No. Most of it, they know. Individually, they know. The president himself knows. The lawmakers know. People within Bwaka, executive branch of government, they know. All may not be informed, but the ones who are informed, they are informed. They know how all this thing going to end. Some, if not most, will be affected. You and I, it will not even be a surprise to hear that the foreign minister can travel. And y'all be wondering, but what happened? The more we're not engaging this, the more we're not engaged, then you will see the reason. It will not be a surprise when you hear that the police director can get out. It will not be a surprise that you hear certain lawmakers can get out. It will not be a surprise that you hear that the people don't recognize Richard Cohen and they will not accept him in their country because of what they have done. You will see. The people will release their report. Let us not rush. Y'all take your time, relax. Get a bottle of salt, drink or a glass of water, and ease yourself. Drop your mental tension. Let's get to the line now. This is how we go on. 0772 23 99 33 0886 30 44 97. The women's line 0777 98 0375. Hello.
Yes, Semanju.
Let's hear you quick. Time is of the essence. Let's go, my man.
Yeah, Sam, nobody's super here. If you saying that we are government did this, it is because of we are government, meaning the people is bringing restriction. Why your government trying to do to minimize the situation? Now we are no more in power. You are the power now to checkmate all what we are doing. What you doing? Rescue.
Okay.
Thank you. What you doing?
All right. Thank you, sir. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Let's hear you quick. I'm not understanding you clearly. Where you are? You change your location.
Okay. In West Point, the town sure West Point, sir.
All right, let's try it. Let's go.
You know, the people, they say everything to all the Baba thing, so we ought to forget, and we can never forget. We know all going on. We know all going on. We will never relent because we are all doing it. Every day they're talking to our on side, we'll do our car. Let us do it.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Baba.
Thank you. Hello. Oh, you went off, my dear. Let's go back to the women's line. Hello. But I'm answering, and you people are going off. Hello.
Yeah. Good afternoon, Mr. Sam Andrew.
Let's hear you quick. Time is of the essence.
Okay, I'm Peter. I call from another street. Like, you know, Mr. Andrew, it is very much saddening and disgraceful that the rescue mission are being changed to excuse mission. Everything they give excuse and want to shape blame. And you are being clear. You have articulated to them that your action, that you are carrying on the gross incompetency. The international community is observing you. They will come out with a documentary or a statement against you. And again, the reality has set in.
All right,
so
Chief.
they have to take the blame. Just like one guy and God, they must take the responsibility. They are the one that in
Thank you,
power
sir.
now. So it becomes.
Hello.
Yeah,
Let's hear you quick. You are on the line. I want to take as many of you as I can. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, speak. No, your line isn't that conducive. Hello.
Hello.
Let's hear you.
Yeah, Sam, I'm
good.
Yeah. Yeah, my name is Vanny Kiadi. 1 million we are sent follower of Abraham Godson. Thank you for your topic on the discussion of the afternoon. The people they claim to be they are the more educated people ever. Labrador were founded. They are the only most educated people. They know everything. So anything that happens, they will put it on Weah.
All right.
The people in government, they try to they are in government. They still carry on propaganda.
Okay. Thank you. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
I want to say thank you for the show this afternoon, Andrew. We know what job we are capable of doing, and we know what we are capable of. What are they discussing me? So nothing they can't even tell us a job we are doing. Nobody can't convince her. We know what job we have to do.
All right, Mama. Thank you.
People there, they will take that station. What they wanna they will take.
All right, you went off. Hello.
Hello, it's Andrew.
Let's hear you quick.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Let's go. Let's hear you.
One time, since the Bible calling, one guy in bed, their house, we will not burn it before they say they get children inside. We're losing it much more. When we see one inside the line, they get money. We will see it later. Thank you.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, hello. Yeah, same as you. Good afternoon. This is Maurice Kama calling for located Weah Street to be exact. Mr. Andrew is not astonishing to me, but working on Joe Bunker. Joe Bunker already saw it left to the devil. The man said that he would tell to the devil to win the presidency. So everything the man do is should be surprising to you. It's not astonishing to us because no, the man said you tell to the devil to win the presidency. So we just pray to God and live with it until we take to another stage.
Thank you.
Thank you all so much.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
This is Josephine Zaha. Hello.
You on the air, Madam Josephine?
Yeah. As I was saying, been listening to your show, and we have been listening to it, but now you are talking on a topic that drew my attention. Concerning the speaker, so it's not a new topic for now.
Yeah,
but
I talk about the speaker on too.
Yeah.
What he said, it was very true. These people who we call our leaders, they don't want to, they are selfish. We put them there for a reason, but they are selfish. Sometimes we go to them for help or other things. They will downsize you. They don't even want to listen to you. The situation of the speaker, my husband called twice to pray alone with him on his own number. When this issue was not tense, he refused to answer a call. So how you think the situation will change in their life?
All right.
You got to keep going and start. So that's why I called to talk.
Thank you so much. Another thing you need to know, that is why I said they're not giving you the right information and it's unfair. But you know why? Everybody not the same. We at Kings FM try to do the right thing the right way, deceiving nobody, pretending not to be perfect, but professional. They're not explaining to you. They're confusing you. That's why you jittering here and there. The US government is not stopping anybody from entering the United States. They have not placed a ban on anybody. As we speak, people are being processed and they are on the way to the United States. These government officials, Unity Party propagandists, they know what is ahead of them. They know that it is for them. So they're giving you the impression that the United States government is stopping people from going to the United States. Over the hours since this thing came about, some people have been afraid. Some people have appointment, they've even delayed or moved there reluctantly with the impression that let me just go and try. Already, the people not accepting anybody from Liberia in the United States. That is not true. The government has not instructed the embassy yet that they should not accept anybody. Nobody, absolutely. Not a single person, even half, leaving Liberia into the United States. That restriction will not be for you. It's for people who committed crimes, human rights violations, corruption, and on and on. Enough for you. You over there, you have the opportunity. And everything is processed legally. You have a clean corridor. You have done nothing against the state yet. No record of you involved in anything. The United States Embassy will never ever deny you. They will process you and you will board that flight to the United States and be welcome. What Unity Party people doing is like a general, a blanket ban that once you're in Liberia, you can leave Liberia and go to the United States. That's not true. Let us not try to damage the people's good character. That's not what America is. America is a good place. Americans are good people. The United States of America is Liberia, how should I say it? It's Liberia Gulf first, America second. America is Liberia's lifeline on earth. America had been with this country for record ages. America still with this country, and America will be. Any crisis in this country, we turn to nobody but America. America hosts the highest number of Liberians. Liberians feel so comfortable being in America than any country around the world. America has always been open to Liberians. But it doesn't say when people, leaders, and others are doing things that are not right, America cannot call them to account or call them to a point to say, this you're doing is wrong. It is not for everybody. Don't be afraid. Don't get scared. It is not for you. Process everything and let everything be done right, and go to the embassy and see. There are people in the United States, as we speak, who are processing their relative, husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, daughter, son, to go to the United States. And they will enter. No ban in place yet. That ban that is coming, the wrath, the punishment, the sanction that coming, is for government people. And not for you, they can call ordinary people. And not for you, the VP say, come on people. And he say, we are the common man. The people, you coming to see now, the people who not come on, they will stay right in the country with all the BB title. We are who the common man. You see, embassy start Weah. In fact, that Weah, they can be consulting. Countries around the world. You can see that side Weah can flow in and out, in and out, in and out. We ain't get anything to worry about traveling. That they don't want worry. That vice president, you will see, this 6 years, you will see that vice president is sanctioned. Some of the utterances, you know that the American government can even sanction you for the things that you say. They can stop you from entering your country for the thing that you say. The reason why they're making you to think that it is for everybody because they know it's coming to them. Because the shame that is about to befall them, they don't want to bear it alone. Because they were screaming and shouting, they were excited and happy when the sanction, when McGill, Bill 12, and the rest of the guys were sanctioned. They think that their government will not face any sanction until the 6 years is over. So from the onset, they start saying, oh, that the government, the American government, the American like this government, the American favor unity party government. And whenever they're arguing that, and I'm in a mess, this is what I often said. I say it with ease and confidence because I've seen it over the years. We use the time God gave us to live to learn. Learn from people, learn from gathering, listen. That's why when I go home, I put my radio on and listen to Teach Your Life. There are so many things that I can learn from it. What did the people do? So the thing they call punishment, you can hear, people can be excited for other people's punishment. But when they see sign of it coming to them, it can really hear them bow will. You see, Unity Party people, they just sit on. They just sit on that satanic ideas is showing. Satan never likes to be punished alone. And Satan is now going to be punished alone. That's why the Bible says he will do everything he can to take as many people as he can to hell with him. So he will try to implicate people. And that's how Unity Party people looking. They know that a sanction is pending. They know that something is about to happen against their government. When McGill and the rest of the people were sanctioned, they were excited. And today they were using it in the government. Oh, we have messed the country up. Because today, McGill was sanctioned. Betwell was sanctioned. All kinds of stuff. And it was on corruption. And at the same corruption unfolding in this government, you think the American government stupid? This is why I tell people every gathering when they bring this in, I say, listen, America is no respecter of government or president. America treats every government and country with respect. America puts its investment into a country to help the country develop in every aspect of governance. But America America is no respecter of a country or government. And I'll use the example of Ellen. Ellen was the darling girl in the international community. Ellen was the darling girl on America's lap. When Ellen came here, Marines were guiding Ellen. Ellen's entire convoy were bulletproof, so US convoy. What kind of support Ellen was not receiving? Everybody, oh, the government, Ellen government, or US government, oh, and the government, US government, let Ellen, give Ellen all the support. When the people got ready for Ellen herself couldn't believe it. She cried. To the extent the people in her latter reign, what did the American government say when they issued the final situational report? They said that we will not put our money in any rogue regime hand. That had to call Ellen government rogue regime, because corruption was all over the place, just how you see corruption all over the place today. They know that there will be sanctions. Some officials will be sanctioned. It's coming. So they scare, they shame, and it will be a big shame once it comes out. You hear this person sanctioned, the other person sanctioned, another person sanctioned, another person sanctioned. Then everybody put more on there now. Oh, ain't you happy? See this ain't you happy when it's sanctioned my gate? Yeah. That's why God said you should not be excited when your friend has fallen into a situation, but rather empathize and sympathize with him, because you might find yourself in a situation that might be worse than his. So I see you, man. Yeah, I see you. But time is up. But let me run through these comments as quickly as I can. I can do your injustice. We have to give you a due process. We're not like the House of Majority blogging gave due process. Let me give you a due process. Philip Nagwe said, Ghana coming, be there, car roller. I pray this only affects those corrupt government officials, not the common people. No, Philip, it's not for the common people. No, right now people processing visa. They're going, even when the government finish with it, they will still be. If our government officials, Unity Party government officials, the people know. Matthew Cholo plays there, those so-called Unity Party guys use lies to come to power, so they are still using the same lies to fool the Liberian people. Yes. Cecilia Yakwalo said, I am enjoying the way the game is playing. Right now, it's Barker government in USA. We will see how it will end. Yeah, and Duke Positive just laugh. Molba Yasia say, could the yellow machines and mysterious plane from Liberia to Sierra Leone be some of the reasons for the visa restriction? Well, I don't know. It's a TWT, time will tell. Last thing Carter said, and you are the best blogger who receiving money from people to lie and carrying fake news around. Nonsense. I don't know what you're referring to. If you're referring to us, no, King 7 don't carry fake news. We say that you. My future plays a, how was the discussion with the Ghanaian government officials that came to visit those so-called lawmakers? Well, I don't know, but I heard the Ghanaian, the parliament guys said they should fix their stuff. They should follow the rule of law. So that means he supposed the speaker, phonetic offer. Emmanuel Broad said, with the removal of Madam Emma Glasco, I foresee that NAFA is on its way back to the deplorably abandoned fishery entity that it was years ago. This will be one of the UP government failures. Honor President Walker. Okay. Thank you ever so much. Don't have any time again. Thank you so much. We're back tomorrow, if God permits. Let them not fool you. That sanction is for Unity Party government officials. The foreign minister confused. Say they're asking the U.S. government for clarity. The news is on the just 30 minutes, and then at 8 is Face the Issues with Teacher Light. You don't want to miss it. I'm Sam Andrews. If God permits, we're back tomorrow.